Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show, the conventional late-night talk show. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Take a ride. With the weirdest guy. No, it's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday night.
And out you did it good. Chris Gethard Show.
Chris Gethard Show. Chris Gethard Show.
Okay. Thank you guys very much. Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show. I am your host, Chris Gethard. I want to say hi to everybody watching live on MNN in Manhattan, everybody watching live online at thechrisgethardshow.com, as well as everybody who's watching this on our archive in the future. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Knicks are going to get those Celtics game 6. Oh, I'm saying this right now. If anybody from Boston calls and tries to start a fight with me, you will get that fight. You will lose that fight, and be careful because there will be consequences, okay? Anybody from Massachusetts wants to start a fight, it's going to be real bad for you. Don't do it. Do not do it. Very happy to be here. Let's have a hand for the LLC playing us in the greatest band in public access. LLC, Hallie, you are a trooper, but you have something of a medical situation.
My voice sounds like that. It makes that feedback.
Your voice causes feedback. It's a very bad condition for a singer.
It causes feedback.
Yeah.
It's a terrible situation.
Horrible for singing. Horrible for singing. Mimi on the hoops is here. Tight stage tonight. Mimi, how are you? Good? All right. The man behind the plan is also here. Cheers now, but you won't be cheering when he starts talking. Random Maxine, how are you?
I'm good. This feels so official.
Yes, it is. It is. We'll talk about why in a second. How are you? How are things?
I'm good. Someone told me I twitch a lot on the show.
You really?
Someone on OkCupid told me. They messaged me.
What a weird.
Said, I really like the show. Thank you for introducing me to it. You twitch a lot, but it's cute.
They were trying to throw a neg.
Apparently I twitch. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't think you're too twitchy.
Oh, thanks.
By the standards of our cast and audience, you're one of the least twitchy people in this community.
Fair.
We have the Reservoir Dog himself, Mopus Dopus, the Scourge of Gimgul. Murph, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Good.
I ate I think Hallie just gave me
her feedback disease.
I ate an obscenely large pork chop right before the show, so I'm like unbuckling my pants a little bit.
That's good.
I'm gonna get comfortable.
We got a desk. If you want to go past us tonight, we got a desk tonight. And Murph, you missed last week.
I did. I was sad.
Yeah.
Parrish's moment to be as handsome as ever.
Hot dog did. He had a lot of things in his mouth last week.
Last week.
Last week, yes.
Last night, I thought you said.
Very odd, very odd. Let's talk tonight. I am very, very excited about tonight's show. Because I'll tell you, Murph, Maxine, I'm a little tired of being this fucking... this show gets called so weird and odd and all these things. But you know what else I notice about it? No money coming into our pockets. 2 years in. 2 years in New York Times reviews, New York Magazine profiles, every blog loves us. No money. I think it's time we sell out. How do you guys feel about that? Murph, how often do you think that we should just sell out the show?
Nightly, I think. Every Wednesday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think we should just do it. Go for it.
Every network's buying talk shows.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing a critically acclaimed talk show for 2 years.
Networks are stealing bits. I'll say it if you're not gonna. But
Murph, I'm a nice man. I try to bite my lip.
Well.
We've seen it.
Oh, yeah. No, it happens.
We've seen it a couple times now. Even the man behind the plan is nodding yes on that one. We're in agreement on that. Maxine, you're newer to the show. Do you feel, I don't know, man. I feel like these networks are trying to send the message. They don't want to meet us. They don't want to know about us.
It's like that Jimmy Kimmel thing.
I don't know what you could even be referring to. I can't imagine what you're referring to.
He had a guest on.
Oh, yeah. He just had Anthony Mackie on and said, public access is dead.
Yeah.
The internet killed it. Sounds to me, maybe Kimmel's getting a little scared.
Sounds like scare time.
Yeah. You wish it was dead. It's not dead, it's reanimated. It's back from the dead. We brought it back from the dead, and it's a zombie, and it's gonna bite you, Kimmel. It's gonna eat your brains, Jimmy Kimmel. I think it's high time we sold out, because apparently people are not interested in a show that tries to push boundaries and involve its viewers and present itself in a way that actually accounts for the internet, which is the medium people experienced entertainment through these days. They don't want a show that people can interact with and feel like they're a part of. They want a regular show.
They don't want a show where they can win things that have been drooled on out of someone's mouth.
We are definitely the only show where you can win an item. Oh, also, to everyone who won items last week, we lost all those. The immediate... Someone
just show that theoretically you could win
someone
something.
threw them all in the garbage. Sorry about that. Rob and Ariel and all you guys who won items, you do not get those items. We lost those. We're very poorly organized. For all our bluster and shit talking, very poorly organized. That being said, you know, one thing we noticed about late night shows we got together, a lot of them have these bits that they all have. Everybody's got certain types of things. They got their go-to guys in all different realms. And if all those shows can have them, why can't we have them too? So tonight, our writers, they sought out throughout New York some of the various people who are experts in their fields all over New York City. They came on board. They say, we're willing to be your go-to version of all these different things. And we're super psyched. We're going to get in the game. We got a desk. We're going to sit behind it. We got mics and stands. All the things that real late night talk shows have. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some real late night bits.
He's here to make you laugh, you know. He's here to make you smile, hey. He's guaranteed to entertain you, Johnny Carson style. Welcome in late night with Chris Gethard and all his late night friends.
Look at that. Here we are. We're gonna meet 5 people tonight who have given us their time, and they're gonna come and do our version. They're gonna become our go-to guys, our stable, weapons in our arsenal. We also want to hear from you guys. 212-996-1413. Tell us how you think we should sell out, and don't debate if it's a good idea or not. We're doing it. We want to take that cash. We want to find that cash. Royce in North California, how are you? Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Pretty good. Nervous that I'm the first guy. Everyone in the Ritz-Carlton wants you to wear a suit.
Yeah, you know what? I thought about wearing a suit, and JD, one of our writers, told me I should wear a suit. But tonight, I feel like I'm not at the core of these bits. These guys we're bringing in are. So I opted instead to wear a Knicks t-shirt. Also because I wanted to support Carmelo, who's my dude, even though he missed every fucking shot.
He was off tonight.
I feel sorry for your loss, Chris.
Thank you, Royce. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think that instead of trying to rip off every late-night talk show, you should just be ripping off Arsenio Hall.
That's a great
And I think if you were to wear a suit, it needs to be an Arsenio Hall suit.
Immediately got on board with that.
Yeah. It's fun.
Not one person had that idea. That was
to rip off Arsenio Hall. Wasn't that like 90% of what happened?
That was most of it.
We have the formula down now.
But what was amazing from our angle was I couldn't tell you who thought of that. It seemed like 100 people all at once had the same idea. That was amazing.
Was on this.
Royce, you've created a new tradition. We have stolen the Arsenio, and we're going to be doing that for the rest of the night, right, audience? Our audience today.
That's basically all I wanted to see the look, so
Our audience has great. Royce, thank you, and thank you to the people in the Rat's Nest. That is a great late night thing we have co-opted. And I don't think you say we're ripping off everybody. We're not ripping them off. It's just we're part of the proud lineage of late night tonight. Royce, thank you for the call. Let's go to Harris in Poughkeepsie. I think are you a first-time caller, Harris?
yeah. Yes, I am.
Awesome. Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in. Yeah. You eating pasta or something? Hey, Harris, man. How's it going? Harris, you're getting the awkward song on your first call, but that's okay. You know what, Harris? It was a really, for a first, we've had first calls that have gone worse than that. Let's move on.
Harris gets a do-over. Harris, call back.
Harris, call back. We'll give it another shot. It sounds like you may have had an anxiety attack when you got on the show. That happens sometimes. Andres in Massachusetts. Watch your step, buddy. Watch your step, buddy.
I don't really want to be a jerk. I don't really care. I'm just in a good mood lately. Life's been good, so I'm not going to be mean about the Celtics or anything, because I don't really care about basketball, frankly. I'm more of a hockey fan, so whatever.
Okay. You're a what fan?
He likes hockey.
Oh, you're a hockey fan. Then we have no qualms with each other, because hockey, in my mind, is an unwatchable sport.
Well,
we got no issues.
Kind of unwatchable
Andres,
tonight.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm really glad to hear that you're in a good mood, man. That puts me in a good mood.
Yeah, you know, I've been getting good grades. I've been talking to girls more. People don't hate me as much. People don't, yeah.
New Year's resolution. Oh! Yes! This has something every week. Yes. Andres, that's awesome, man. Those are your New Year's resolutions in action. I'm failing on mine. I said I was going to get down to 150. I weigh more than I did on January 1st. I weighed myself today. I'm so disappointed.
Well, my math teacher, she was like, you're getting good grades. What's the turnaround? And I was like, oh, you know, some people really got behind me and it's helped me out a lot. And I feel good about it. She's like, well, then you should keep sticking with those people. So I was like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. And then your teacher will find out who those people are one day and she'll realize that that was really irresponsible advice.
Well, actually, a bunch of people found out that I watched this show because Ariel from Long Island interviewed me. And the interview went on YouTube, and a bunch of people looked it up. Some people at school call me. I'm West Massachusetts. And so I was walking along my street, and people just yell at me. I'm West Massachusetts that I've never met because they go to my school and they just see me on the street.
You're like,
so it's kind of weird now.
Dude, we made you famous, bro. It sounds like you get recognized on the street more than I do. That happened. Did I ever tell you that? That there's been 2 different times I've been with the human fish and he's been recognized and I haven't? One time where a guy walked up to him and said, hey, aren't you the human fish from that show? While I was standing there. And I was like, that show is named after me. I didn't say that to the guy because I'm a coward. And then another time, we were on a street together and this guy walked past us and he went, I know you. I know you. And we were getting scared like the guy was going to do something. And then the guy opened the driver's side door of a car, yelled out, you're the motherfucking fish man! And then jumped in the car and sped. All right. Should we keep going with calls or should we let's get to our first bit. I'm really excited about this. Murph, Maxine, how you feeling?
Great.
You guys ready to go legit?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's go mainstream. Let's stop with this alternative comedy nonsense.
Trying to bring in money.
Yeah, let's get that fucking cash, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get that cash. All right, now every late night show has cooking segments. People come on, experts in that field. They work with the host. They fill them in on food and trends, and it's very charming and funny, and we're very excited. We have a guy here tonight that our writers tracked down. He is an amazing chef. He's going to come in. He's going to throw down, show us how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael Dinardi, celebrity chef. So nice to meet you as well. Thanks for coming and being a part of things.
I know that guy. From that show.
Do you just recognize the man behind the plant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
That guy used to weigh a lot more.
He did. He did.
I know that dude. Oh, yeah, this is a great crowd. It's good to be here, you guys. My name is Michael Dinardi. I own a restaurant called Roof in Bush Point, Brooklyn. It's an area between Greenpoint and Bushwick, 2 non-adjacent parts of Brooklyn. It's like a micro neighborhood. It's like 2 square blocks, and that's where my restaurant Roof is. All right. Yeah. And you know, everything at the restaurant Roof, it's great. We grow everything up there right on the roof of the restaurant. So we got you know, vegetables and herbs and stuff like that from our garden, and then we've got eggs from the chickens and ducks and stuff up there. We've got
ducks
pork
and chickens
chops. Yeah, that's right. We got pork chops from the pork and pigs up there. We got bacon from them. We got cows up there and everything. And it's small. It's like as big. It's like half the size of this stage. We just fit it all up there. It's pretty great.
Look at that. Yeah, Brooklyn people are very resourceful with their space.
Yeah. And you know, I'm kind of like a food innovator. Some people might know. some of the stuff I've made. This is one of my innovations right here. Got to stay hydrated, right? And this stuff, you know, you get like vitamin water and all that stuff. It's got vitamins in it and whatever. But you also need protein. So rarely do you find that you get like protein and water. So that's why I created this. It's called pork water. And it's great. It's all the vitamins and nutrients and proteins that you get in a regular pork chop or whatever, like maybe the one you ate earlier. And it tastes exactly like pork. So it's pretty great. Yeah.
Pork flavored water.
It's really
Liquid
great.
pork. All right, liquid
I got to
pork.
tell you, Murph, too, man. You know, you had a pork chop for dinner, and you know what you could have had was you could have had one of my signature lamb stuffed pork chops. It's a lamb chop stuffed inside a pork chop, and then you put that in, you wrap it inside a filet mignon.
And you, in the name, you don't even mention the filet mignon.
No, that's a surprise.
That's a surprise. Yeah, that's right. It's like a turducken kind of a thing. And actually, I also make turducken lollipops. It's just like a little piece of turducken, you know, on a stick, and you just chew right in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This sounds like a great restaurant. I can't wait to get out to Bush Point to check out Roof myself.
Good luck finding Bush Point, man. Very small. Anyway, tonight, what I was going to make for you, Chris, because it's a very special show and everything, I'm going to make for you one of my signature dishes. This is called a baked ziti burrito. Okay? Check that out. Now, that is baked ziti made the Grandma Denardi way, right? Grandma Denardi was my grandmother. And she was born in Italy, and this recipe for baked ziti, she smuggled it out of Italy, and it was such a precious recipe. So the best recipe for baked ziti in all of Italy. And she smuggled it out, and Mussolini himself ordered an entire tank division to try and chase her down and kill her before she could escape. She was 7 years old. So I'm going to make her recipe, and then I'm going to take it, I'm going to wrap it up, as you can see right there, a flour tortilla, because I got to put my own spin on things, right? And she's also not alive anymore. So.
I'm really sorry.
It's all right.
Did Mussolini, did she die natural causes, or did they find?
Oh, Mussolini, he tracked her down. Yeah, Mussolini tracked her down. His grandson tracked her down. He was 7. Actually, she was 80, and he shivved her.
So a 7-year-old descendant of Mussolini killed your grandmother with a knife.
Yeah, I'm just like you. You know? Anyway, so take that. I wrap her cool recipe up there in a flour tortilla, and I serve with an Italian tomato basil salsa. It's kind of a mixture of things that'll have you saying muchos gracias. Forget about it. So I got some ingredients here. I know this is public access, and this is a real knife. It's a real knife. You got to be very careful. I could do a whole hour on knife safety, but apparently you have other guests.
Yeah.
Murder.
Random Orlando just yelled the word murder.
He tried to get people to chant it.
For no reason. He tried to get people to chant it, but everyone collectively was like, why? Why would we do that?
We said murder once, and everyone...
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's informed you here at Public Access. We are not allowed to have open flame.
I did not know that. I'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So we will make a heat-free baked ziti burrito.
Yeah. I'm gonna improvise a little bit. I'm gonna work around it, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to it.
Thanks, man.
So you're gonna hang out the whole show. You're gonna be cooking. We're gonna get it going.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I start? Just do my thing?
Maybe you can get started. We'll take some more calls. Is that cool with you?
Cool, no problem. I'm just gonna.
All right. Very
put this
excited.
Here.
I feel like a real late night show.
Yep.
Is it? I don't watch enough late night TV. Don't listen to me. Isn't cooking part of daytime shows?
I think it's both.
Yeah, they bring people on. Yeah.
I guess I just don't watch enough. I'm used.
You're a little too random there, Maxine.
Let's go to Jeremy in Manhattan. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Very good, very excited. We have celebrity chef Michael Denardi out here cooking baked ziti burritos. We're looking actively to sell out. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I must say I've never had a baked ziti burrito, but it sounds quite delicious.
Oh man, I wish I could shove one right through that camera at you.
You're really intense some of the time.
Well, you know what, man? Look, I'm a recovering drug and alcohol addict.
Okay.
So, times I try to keep myself peaceful and calm, and other times it just comes right out. Like that one.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, man, a whole hour on knife safety. A whole hour.
So, Jeremy, what else do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I didn't know if you guys were doing your own bits, if you guys were getting bits pitched to you from callers, or what was the format?
Yeah, no, we're bringing in all sorts of guests. We're gonna really try to round this out into a more traditional show as the night goes on.
Okay. Good. Best of luck with all that. I guess I have nothing more to add then.
Fair. Well, Jeremy, thank you for being honest about that. And
thanks for just calling to find out what the show is about.
I love it. You're in Manhattan too. You're probably watching on TV. The best possible chance at a clear experience of the show. And no knowledge of what it is.
Right over his head.
Yeah, our friend, if we could turn up the phones a little bit, that would be great. Our friend Ariel from Long Island calling in. Ariel, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
That's good.
Still haven't found another alternative prom date, but that's all right. Still working on it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but before I say what I wanted to suggest for the late night thing, can I just say I live on Long Island where that public access show that I interviewed Andres on, plays.
Yeah, you made
quite
it famous.
regularly. I've never gotten recognized.
Look at
I've never
that.
had anybody. So you're not alone.
So you're just like, Ariel, you're just waiting for the day when some Long Island dude is like, yeah, you're Ariel from Long Island. Right?
He'll
You're
sound
just like waiting
exactly
for
like that.
What's that?
Yeah. He'll sound exactly like that, too. That was spot on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You sound like the mayor of Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island also is just like one city with one big mayor.
Okay.
So kind of related to the food thing.
Yeah.
So somebody suggested this earlier. So you know how Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert both have ice cream flavors?
Oh, yeah, they have their own late night
That's a big deal.
ice cream. Yeah. They got ice cream
Jerry.
flavors. We need that. What would our flavor be? Murph, what would our flavor be? The TCGS? It'd be
Something with teardrops in it.
I was thinking,
Could it be like toffee, caramel, grapes, and sand?
It's a
My
great.
behind the plan has a suggestion.
Oh, the man behind the plane has a suggestion? Awesome.
okay.
Anyway, our musical guest tonight, we are very, no, don't. Fine. What's your suggestion?
It was going to be, I thought it was good, toffee, caramel, graham crackers, and then, what's so funny about that? Okay.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, man.
There was no plan to that. Man behind the plan.
Michael, I'm telling you, this guy is like an emergency brake. You pull it, and it's like the show doesn't just grind to a halt, like sparks fly on the way. Holy shit.
I got an idea for an ice cream flavor that I'm trying to cook up. It's vanilla Swiss Rocky Rum Garcia ice cream.
Okay.
A little bit of everything all thrown in there. It's like the turducken lollipops of ice cream.
Yeah.
You can take that. That one's for free.
Michael, I get the sense that you might be a desperate person on the inside.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. That is because of the onion. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know why you would say that. Who's the next person?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very, very excited to have our musical guest with us tonight. Let's get up. Let's dance. Their record release show is on June 18th at Glasslands out in Brooklyn. They're playing the Four Knots Festival on June 29th. Their record comes out on June 18th. It's called A Constant Sea. We are super psyched to welcome everybody. Let's throw down. Let's have some fun as we welcome Heliotropes!
Those
Banana Man, what'd you think of that?
Fuzzy fun.
Fuzzy fun,
Fuzzy fun.
says Banana Man. All right. That is great. Thank you, Heliotropes, for being here. And there were mimes. Mimes loved Heliotropes. Who knew? I think we should go ahead. Let's get to our next guest, right? So, Michael, you're going to continue cooking. We need to make room. So someone's got to leave this area. So Michael Donardi, celebrity chef, has room. Man behind the plant, I nominate you. You got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. Jerkface. I agree. I'm glad that Jerkface is leaving. I agree. That's who you meant. LLC.
No way.
Yes, it is.
It was meant for you.
It was not meant for me. It was not meant for me. I couldn't hear you with that scratchy voice. Oh, what's that? I can't hear you through your hoarse throat. Speaking of horses, ladies and gentlemen, every late night show, Murph, every late night show has an animal wrangler. Animal wrangler, right? Jack Hanna, that young guy who does the Conan one, he's really great. Mexican, you know what I'm saying? They bring on animals, all sorts of crazy animals. Everybody gets to freak out.
Yep.
It'll come out. This guy maybe put like snakes on us and
The
stuff.
animals are spooked as hell under the lights.
And we'll see who reacts worse. Like maybe Maxine will play it real cool and you'll get real scared. Very, very excited. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, please welcome our own animal wrangler, Scott, the Animal Man Joshert. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. He's got the outfit and everything. All right. Scott, the Animal Man Joshert.
That was a little too long, sorry.
That's okay.
Maybe they should make like a longer entrance.
Okay.
And everyone can go woo and play the song, and they can make a longer entrance. I don't know.
That made it much longer.
But I just made myself the new man behind the plant.
You did. Scott, very, very excited you're here.
Yeah,
really psyched to.
I was really psyched to be here too. I love animals. I've been around animals my whole life. I own a lot of incredible animals.
Yes, can't wait.
Unfortunately, I can't. I just found out there's a studio rule that there are no animals allowed in the studio.
It is true. No open flame and no animals. I figured that we would have cleared this before bringing Scott all the way down here.
Those animals, because I would have cooked them.
Well, I mean, they're.
Michael Donardi would have cooked them anyway, but we didn't. I guess we didn't.
So
sorry about that.
I'm embarrassed. I feel like I'm wasting your time.
I feel that we should have checked with M&N to get like a special.
I think this is my fault somehow. But
don't feel bad.
But you know what? Look, I'm just gonna keep going as if like. As if I had the animals.
We can pretend they're animals.
Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll all get through it together. We got your back, and I apologize on my end that we didn't get like special permission. No, it's our fault, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, the first animal I would have brought out was a toucan. I was gonna put it right here.
Yeah.
A toucan is a bird.
Yeah. Big beak.
Yeah, it's got a big beak. Not really
like
good.
on the cereal box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not really good at describing animals because I usually can just show them to people. But it has a beak.
Let's shut our eyes.
It was gonna be here. It was gonna kind of walk around. It was sort of, and you were gonna be a little scared.
I'd be like, ooh, I don't like birds.
Yeah, exactly.
The birds are freaky.
It would have been a little cute leash, and it would have I would have let it walk to over there, and I would have told you some facts like toucans. You find them in South America and the Caribbean and South Mexico. They are cousins of the woodpeckers.
Oh, who would have thought that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Really surprised.
No, that's okay.
I know.
Okay.
I wish if you could see the toucan, it'd be even more surprising. It'd be like, that's like a woodpecker, but I don't have it, so I can't do that.
No, that's great.
Toucans eat lizards, and if you saw it, I wasn't gonna feed it a lizard, but I would have said that.
Yeah.
I would have said.
You still got to say that.
Even when the toucan was out there, I would have said that.
Yeah.
The next animal I was going to bring out was going to be a giant panda.
Really? You have a giant panda? Oh, that would have gotten
rare.
People would have downloaded the shit out of this episode.
I know, but no giant panda. But what I do have, Emma, could you please?
Oh, Emma. Oh, okay, Emma Noble, of course. Whatever. Oh, look at this. You did. You brought a smaller panda.
But this is a panda puppet.
Oh, that is a puppet.
Yeah.
I thought this was a smaller.
Yeah. Normal pandas are alive and breathing. This is just made out of cloth or felt and stuffing. What's interesting about this puppet, though, is that you can stick your hand in it and move its mouth around. And you can't do that with normal pandas. So that's a benefit. Normally, giant pandas are about 300 pounds. Much larger than this.
How many pounds?
This is about 5 pounds. You can't really see what I'm doing right here. A normal panda wouldn't let you do that.
It doesn't smell.
It doesn't smell. It doesn't smell. And most pandas live in China. This panda lives in my house. And it doesn't live. It just sits in my house. So if we could imagine that this is alive, it would... All right, so there would be teeth here and a tongue. This is just brown felt.
It's nice that it's from your private collection.
Yeah, it's really, it came in handy when I found out no animals. It was kind of an emergency.
So do you just carry that around with you in case? Or did you foresee this problem occurring?
I found out about it, and I found out maybe 30 minutes ago. No animals. I called my roommate Kyle. I had Kyle jet down here with this.
What neighborhood do you guys live in?
Kyle and we actually live right outside of.
You live in Bush Point?
Yeah, we live right outside Bush Point.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Roof, Michael's restaurant?
I haven't. I've heard very bad things about it. But yeah, so this is your panda puppet, your standard panda puppet. Yeah. I was also. It's funny that you mentioned horses at the beginning. I was going to bring a horse.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
It would have been
very
incredible.
Majestic.
That horse I have is so
man.
great too. Really great personality. It's fantastic, but couldn't bring a horse.
Yeah,
so,
no.
Drew, you wanna?
Oh, you got Drew. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Drew's yeah. This is not the first time Drew's portrayed a horse on the show. Drew, good to see you.
This is Drew. He's not a horse. Usually horses would be on all fours.
Right.
Drew is standing. Usually with a horse, you don't see a human face right here. And they're not wearing glasses, and it's just to kind of compare the puppet with this. They're both made out of felt, whereas like a horse like a panda would be living and made out of skin and flesh. Now this is interesting. Horses. I don't know if you knew this about horses, but they started out as multi-toed creatures actually, and then they evolved to only have one toe, which is fascinating. Wow. This is just Drew's hand. It's just kind of covering. It's under this felt here. He's got two. Thank you, Drew. Now another interesting thing about horses is that when people say how tall is that horse, they measure them in hands, and a hand is 4 inches, and they measure them up to the withers, which is right here, which is the neck.
You know a lot about horses.
I'm an animal guy. Yeah. But with Drew, I can just Drew, how tall are you?
5'10".
See, you can just do that.
I'll say this too, Drew. You're taller than I thought. I would have said you were like 5'9".
No, 5'10".
You know what else
With this, I'm taller.
Yeah.
What else is interesting is it does smell like a horse. It smells just like a horse.
It smells like a horse.
Drew's does smell like a horse a lot, which is why I was like, Drew, I'm under the gun here. Could you put on a horse costume? Because we already have the smell. And Drew did. He said yes. But
do horses get as sad as Drew looks right now?
They can. They can get as sad. They usually just don't. They don't look like that though. A sad horse is. Okay, imagine this is alive right here. This part.
Yes.
Then imagine it's like sad. That's what that would look like.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much all the animals I would have brought.
All right. Well, Drew, thank you, Scott. Do you want to hang out? Maybe maybe clear out into that seat until our next guest comes. That's wonderful. Scott, the Animal Man, Josh, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing the heat to TCGS, your newest traditional late night show. Should I take some calls now and maybe go right to the next guest? Let's go right to our next guest. This one I'm excited about. Everybody knows you got on late night shows, you got like your Dr. Ruth, you got your sex advice people. Yes. And Murph, I know you are of this world. You used to work at the Sex Museum.
I sure did.
Maxine, I know nothing about you or your relationship with that area of life, but I know you did make an OkCupid profile at one point, so you have sexual feelings of some sort.
This is true.
Okay, we're very excited. We have our own sex therapist.
Am I going to talk about my sex life?
Michael Donardi, I'm sorry I didn't bring it up. How is it? How are things going? Maxine, maybe point the mic over.
I a question. I meant to say we're not going to talk about my sex life.
Fair. Great, we're right on the same page then. We were on the same page the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Cynthia Knight, the horny sex therapist. How are you, Cynthia? Cynthia Knight, the horny sex therapist. Very, very excited that you are here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. A lot of attractive people here tonight.
You do seem quite horny.
A little horny, I'll tell you that much. Just a little bit. Do you want to take some calls? Or
that's it. Great.
Sex advice?
Sex advice.
Should I
sex
talk
advice.
about myself?
Whatever you want, or we can get right to calls if you want to give sex advice to our callers.
I'm a sex therapist on in Vaginal Penetration magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I have.
So yeah, I have a column. I answer questions, relationship stuff, sex stuff, whatever.
All right. Well, very happy to have you here. Callers, if you are on the line listening, know that you're going to come correct with your sex questions in this next segment. I know for a fact that our next caller is a 16-year-old from Ontario, Canada. Let's welcome Celeste back to the show. Celeste, how are you?
Hey, hello, Celeste.
Hi, I'm good.
Celeste, do you have any questions or thoughts for Cynthia Knight, the horny sex therapist?
Wow, I currently do not.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm really disappointed, Celeste.
That's fair. So, Celeste, what did you want to talk about tonight?
I was going to spin off of Ariel's idea of having a late night flavor, like ice cream flavor.
Okay.
A late night what?
A late night ice cream flavor.
Oh, right. Mm.
That sandwich night flavor would be appropriate.
What flavor would be appropriate?
Sandwich night.
A sandwich night flavor. An ice cream that is flavored like
Good
all
idea.
different types of sandwiches. That would be great. We should get on that.
Thinking, yep, and kind of like an attribution to the show, it could be like chocolate cream cheese and goldfish.
Cream
That's
cheese.
what they seem to like on sandwich night.
This call is, I would think it's fair to say, Cynthia, this call is more sensual than you meant for it to be, Celeste. We're talking about all sorts of smooth dessert flavors. It feels like when Cynthia Knight gets into the room, things just turn into a sex talk no matter what.
Turning the heat up.
Turning up the heat.
Nice.
All right.
I love your poem.
Michael Donardi, I feel like you could cook your burritos off the heat that Cynthia Knight's bringing to the room.
That'd be better because I don't have any heat over here.
We know that. We know you have no heat.
Should I lay across the table or?
We're not going to talk about my sex life.
Okay. Harry in Massachusetts, welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you, Harry?
Well, I was good, but now I'm worried I'm not going to live up to the expert that I'm talking to.
Well, Harry, just stay calm. A lot of people feel nervousness entering sexual situations, and Harry's feeling that right now. Cynthia, do you have any advice for a man who feels nervous on the verge of sex, gets nervous during the approach?
Yeah. What I do when I'm getting a little nervous, I just go into the bathroom and just sort of look at myself in the mirror, and that usually gets it going.
I do have a question.
So, Harry, I don't know if you're on a cell phone right now or a phone near a mirror, but maybe you want to look at yourself in a mirror for the duration of this call to get yourself a little more worked up.
I'm walking to the bathroom right now.
And Harry, just to be clear, you are also a teenager, correct?
I am. I'm 18.
18. Oh, great. 18. We've got an 18-year-old man. We've got a legal young man on the line, Cynthia.
My lucky night.
I'm looking into the mirror right now. I'm feeling much better.
Okay. Look at that. Your advice worked.
You see?
But I had a question.
Yes, you had a question.
Okay, so what advice do you have for someone who gets very easily distracted when it comes to just general life, when it comes they want to be focused on the person in front of them instead of thinking of other things?
Okay, that's a great question. I think a lot of our viewers probably have ADD type conditions, and it's hard to focus. You're on a date and you're getting distracted by all these things. How do you just focus on your lover?
Yeah, that's
Because last time I was writing a stand-up routine while having sex.
You have recently written stand-up comedy while having sex? Harry, I pray that that's true.
I can't tell you the joke on here, but I'll send it to you.
Wait, you said you can't tell us the joke?
It's public access.
No.
Okay, Harry,
Come
that's on you.
on.
So
All
what,
right.
what would you say to people who get distracted?
Well, what I would say is if you're inside of the woman, take yourself out of her. You know, bring your face right down to her pussy. And just take a good long look. And I think you'll be able to focus. Okay.
So you're saying if you maybe instead of focusing on the woman as a whole, just pick one area.
Just go back to your sexual roots.
Does it
Go back.
have to be her vagina?
Stare silently into her
You know,
pussy.
whatever gets you going. If you're into
I've never really wanted to stare deeply into a vagina, though.
Wait, Harry, I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you.
He's never wanted to
I've never wanted to stare deeply into a vagina.
Well, you might change your mind when you get a good look at one, okay?
Cynthia, I noticed right there you followed the exact cadence of a Jeff Foxworthy routine. You might want to change your mind. You might want to change.
You might be horny.
Okay, I have one legitimate question before
All
I go.
right, Harry, thank you for the call. Let's go to Giovanni. Giovanni in Puerto Rico. How are you?
Yo, what's up? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah, great to hear from you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, but wait. Cameraman, zoom in on Chris Gethard's face. Wait for it.
They can just do that?
I'm waiting for it.
Our callers just
Are you zoomed in? Are you zoomed in, camera? Okay, good. Okay. Yo, Chris, you have a show. I have a yo-yo. I want to go.
Giovanni, for about a year now, I've been saying, you want to come on this show and do yo-yo tricks? Come do it. The floor is yours. I'm not going to buy you a plane ticket from Puerto Rico. I'm not doing that.
It's happening.
But as soon as you want to come here, you do it. But here's another thing, because I'm going to be real honest with you, because you've always been straight up with me. You keep trying to use this yo-yo opportunity to sneak some band on and say you're going to bring a musical guest, and we got music bookers who bring the heat. Did you not see the Heliotropes tonight?
I listened. So, can I ask a question to the sex girl now?
Okay, yeah, let's get one more sex question, and then we're going to bring out our next guest. What is your question? Giovanni, our yo-yo master from Puerto Rico.
Do you recommend people have a tropical sloppy sex? So not like sloppy, just sloppy.
Sloppy tropical sloppy sex. A man from Puerto Rico just called our public access show in New York and asked if you recommend...
I'd recommend it. Okay.
Cynthia Knight, the horny sex therapist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if you guys wouldn't mind, maybe let's make some room, shift seats. We've got another guest. I'm super excited. You know, the world around us, it's a physical place with a lot of properties that I don't understand. We need a science segment to help us sort this out. Let's welcome Max Chang, professional scientist. Max, how are you? I'm good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, please.
I'm so excited to be here and to bring the world of science to your viewers.
Okay.
So, my name is Max Chang. I'm a professional scientist. I'm an independent contractor with the National Science Foundation.
Max Chang is your name.
That's correct.
Okay.
Max Chang is my name. I'm a professional scientist. I'm an independent contractor with the National Science Foundation. And what I'm here to do is sort of bring a little bit of excitement, the excitement of science to your audience by checking out a few things in a microscope.
Okay.
So you guys might recognize a microscope.
Yeah.
It's a utensil of science. It's one of the things that we use to explore the world.
Can't
and the first thing to check out is I'm going to check out a little bit of plankton.
Oh.
Cool. And we're going to see how cool that is.
From the sea, yeah.
That is. So just
So
going
do
to
we-
focus.
Is there like a camera in there and we'll cut to it now?
There's not. Take a look, and so I can sort of start telling that it's coming into focus, And I'm going to look right now real quick for what's called a diatom. And if I look just over, there we go. Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
So
wow, I'm really looking, I'm getting a good look at this.
So Murph, Maxine, and I, our viewers at home, we don't get.
We're going to take your word for it.
You guys don't get excited, but you should, because science is a lot of fun. And we're sort of, I think if you guys just kind of take a look at how excited I am, then you guys can get excited as well. So there's more than just diatoms in plankton. You can notice there's a little cool guy. It's called a dinoflagellate.
Can't notice.
Sorry, if you guys were looking into the microscope like I'm doing, you would notice there he is, a little dinoflagellate. He gets that name because they have a little flagellum that one is wrapped around their body and one, as I can see, is kind of trailing behind. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, I can see that you guys want to kind of get more people involved.
Yeah,
is that right?
I would love to be a part of this, maybe get our crowd.
I got you. So, actually, why don't we get a very special volunteer from the audience? If anyone could come up on stage.
Anybody at all?
Anybody at all
Anybody in our
from the audience? Why don't you come on up
looks
here?
like our friend Jamie, who's wearing a Happy Birthday Shannon O'Neill shirt. Happy birthday to our friend Show.
Why don't you come on over here? If you would be so kind, do you have anything on you that we could put in the microscope?
Gum?
Yeah, that's perfect.
We're gonna put Jamie's gum.
Gotta have some more drool on the show.
Here, why don't you put it on there yourself? We can get you nice and comfortable.
There you go.
Awesome, thank you, and I'm gonna take a look at that.
Microscopes work.
Cool, this is so cool for you, right?
Yeah.
You can be real close.
Jamie, is it actually cool for you? You can.
Why don't you get real close over here and take a good look at me while I look at you? Oh, wow!
Exciting, yeah.
You can actually kind of see the fibers in the gum. Gum is a fibrous mass.
I don't believe that.
And you can sort of
Jamie is doubting your actual scientific knowledge.
Here, why don't you come on? Why don't you take my seat? Actually, that might be a little bit easier. And take a good look at me. Oh my gosh, this is so cool!
It seems like so cool is your catchphrase, I've noticed.
Science, guys, is so cool. Let's get one of those roofs for science, huh? Roofs.
Our crowd has refused you as you beg for their affection.
That's totally fine. I'm used to this as an independent contractor for the National Science Foundation. I'm used to sometimes talking to crowds that aren't so familiar with science. But I hope that, while looking at me, get so excited about science, maybe your kids at home or friends of yours that you tell about the show who do like me can maybe take a look, see me get excited about science, and then hopefully donate some money to the National Science Foundation.
For whom you are an independent contractor.
That's right. I'm on a 1099 with them. I do a set amount of work, which is stipulated by a contract between me and the National Science Foundation. So one more thing, actually, for you guys, for you viewers at home, actually, I got a slide all set up. Is our slide all set up? So you guys at home can kind of take a look at what we've been seeing. And there we go. So sort of the slides so that you guys can see what we've been enjoying and getting excited about
Max,
right here in the
I gotta point
studio.
out that slide is again an image of you enjoying something.
And I've got my thumb up so you know that I'm excited about science, just like you guys should be.
Max Chang, professional scientist, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, let's get a good.
All right. In the meantime, Max, I wonder if you like to dance. Do you enjoy the science of the movement of the human body when it comes to dancing?
I love dancing, and I'm very excited by it.
Okay, then you're going to love the fact that we are bringing back our musical guests who threw down before. Bananas were excited, mimes were excited, regular humans were excited, and we're going to get excited again. Remember, record release show June 18th at Glasslands in Brooklyn, playing the Four Knots Festival on June 29th. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stage, the Heliotropes!
Bad technical difficulties. That's how it goes here on Heliotropes having technical difficulties. You've not encountered this.
Does the sound guy have another speaker cable or a quarter-inch cable?
We need a quarter-inch cable. Anyone on hand of a quarter-inch cable for the Heliotropes. Much like many of our guests, such as our chef, animal expert. No, this is a piece of ziti. Oh, looks like Johnny from the LLC has this. Okay, is that doable? All right, we actually were able to solve a technical problem on the air. We think maybe a first in the history of our show. Do you guys believe in the Heliotropes? Magic of music. Do you believe in our ability to throw down even harder once this shit comes together?
Woo.
This is the moment of truth.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome the Heliotropes.
My imaginary ghost in hiding, specter in the spring. You're the sky held aloft by ribbons unseen. You're the harvest in the fall and the sickle in the sea. My imaginary, I stoked all the fires while the dogs they did sing. You're the fires kept alive by cinders unseen. You're the whispers and the prayers to all their gods in the tree. Ghost in hiding, specter in the spring. You're the sky held aloft by ribbons unseen. You're the harvest in the fall and the sickle in the sea.
Remember, pick up their album, A Constancy, June 18th. We have one final guest. We only have about a minute and a half left. Let's welcome, I know very little about him, Jarnax the Magnificent. Ladies and gentlemen, Jarnax the Magnificent. Hello, Jarnax. How are you? So nice to meet you, Jarnax. We're a little pressed for time. I apologize.
That's no worries, no worries.
No worries, okay.
I'm Jarnax the Magnificent, everybody. I've got some otherworldly powers.
Okay.
What we have here, we have a bunch of envelopes. Written in these envelopes are some questions.
Jarnax, we may not have time to get to this.
Okay, well, we're going to go right through. So here.
Okay.
I'm going to hold up the envelope, and I will use my otherworldly powers to figure out what the answers are. All right, here we go.
Okay.
That is incredible.
Okay. You guys have little magic words here. Abracadabra, kadickery-doo, kadickery-daka-dappa-dappa, lopitali-dasra, nosra, ses-das-das-das, Lositana, virgin, come with me. Are you ready to die, virgin? Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die? Drink from the poison of Satan, for now is the time to die. Virgin, take Satan's blood into your body. Feel the power of Satan. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. To die. Now is the time. Satan, take my body.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you traditional late night television. Thank you to the Heliotropes. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Matt, Scott, Cynthia, LLC, Mimi on the hoops, all our callers. You guys are the best. This is the Chris Gethard Show. Spread the word. Murph, you want to try that ziti burrito? Fuck it. All right. Thank you all. Have a great night. In our traditional late night show.
Wow. This is some late night TV, huh?
All right.
So what are you guys doing after this?
I'm getting this going. Late night. I think we're done, but JD can't tell us.
He's no longer with us.
Are we done? Where's JD? Is that our show? All right.